Hello, today I'm going to explain how the whole story began. I'm Patrick Bogaerts, President of GPS Monaco Group based in Monaco. The main question is, why should you use a company like GPS Monaco Group to organize your purchasing tasks? Well, you have to think that very big companies, and we have some, and luckily in our clientele, they had their own purchasing departments, either in their own country or even in Asia, and some of them still do. But you cannot cover dozens of millions of factories in Asia all by yourself. Neither can we. So we are a small company. We are like 30 staff, 3 offices. So we have to work hard to make it sure that when we buy for you, we do it cheaper than if you do it yourself. So how do we do this? Imagine that we import between 4 and 6 million products every year. So if we have one quality engineer on a special area, we can spread his cost on the entire productions we are running. If we want a logistics expert, we took one of the best ones, but he is covering hundreds and hundreds of containers and other transports. So we can also negotiate so great contracts with the transport companies that we have much lower prices than anyone can have when he starts a business, or when he's even already doing a few hundred containers. He will still have a higher price. So in fact, with the savings we can make in different areas, we can make you benefit of this discount. So that's one of the reasons huge companies understood that buying through companies like GPS Monaco Group is a competitive advantage and a financial advantage. And even big brands like Disney, for instance, they buy with companies like us for the same reasons. They know that in the end, there is only a little margin left, and for that little margin, they don't want to find all the experts, waste time, and have also the responsibility of the products. When you use a company like GPS Monaco Group, we are responsible that everything is okay. Yeah, if we want to make videos, if we want to make packaging, if we want to make displays, it's all done by a staff that is doing this all the time for all our clients. So they know how to do it, they know how to communicate with the factories, they have all the technical devices and materials to do it quickly, fast, and professionally. So in the end, the clients that start working with us mostly are clients that already work with China, and they can really well measure the advantages of working with a company like us. On the other side, when you really start the business, well, the start-up cost is much lower. And I give you an example. If you create a product and you need some engineers to improve it or to redesign it, we will use a factory that has those engineers. And with promising the company, the factory, that they will work with us if they make their engineers available for the project, they do it, and they do it for free because they just want a business. So we had a Swiss client who had a very high cost to enter the market, and we squeezed that cost to zero. He just has to sign a contract to make the products with the factory in the end. That was all. But he had no engineers to finance, and just an example, he saved up to 72%. The difference between his original purchasing price and the price we got and find for him in China.
Why is it also important for you to have some local representatives in the country you will order your products, or at least why you should work with a company like ours? Is that the dream of many factories is to accept all the deals they can ever sign, even if they can't produce it themselves. So what is the issue there is that you think you are working with a certain factory, and in fact they are subcontracting your production to another factory. This is not uncommon at all. The problem is once they do it, you lose complete control over what's happening. It's the same as with samples. When you get an approval sample, the sample is often made in a separate room, a room used to make samples. So it's not representative of the real production line. That's why we ask production samples before we really launch production. So at the same way, if you work with a factory, you need people to be there and watch and see the factory, calculate their production capacity, know exactly on which dates your production is planned, so you can be there and see that the total volume that you are ordering is being produced. Because what may happen is that if you order 2,000 pieces, it's possible they make 500 and they subcontract another 1,500. So is subcontracting a real issue? Well, if you don't know it, yes. If you know it, you can solve it because you just apply the same processes to the other factory, and then it can be okay for us. But you see, something that you typically will not find in your country, yeah, or at least legally they should have informed you. It's not the case at all if you go to low-cost countries. So it's something you have to cover up as well, and that we will do together with you.